We now have a lab here that is one of the most state-of-the-art labs in terms of human biology and anatomy in the state of Minnesota. What we have available to us is we have a digital cadavering system. We were going to build a regular cadaver lab, but then when I found this technology, it's like there's no comparison. There was no reason we'd want to ever do that, because we have this type of technology available to us, which is just overwhelming, to say the least. I can ask it to give me a congestive heart failure, or can you show me what would coronary arterial disease look like? And that literally is something I could not do in an actual cadaver lab. I couldn't do it.
Our students are learning about the body, both anatomically and physiologically, with virtually hands-on. Because this thing is so manipulatable, they can actually see every organ from every direction and cut it in any direction. So we are actually dissecting by literally using our finger to cut through, and it opens it up for us.
When I first had it and turned it on, I spent just like 5 hours down here just learning, just trying to learn the program, learn what's going on. And it's fairly intuitive getting into it. I just got so enthralled with it, which I feel like anyone who loves the body, loves the human body, loves to learn about medicine and anatomy and whatnot, like you can just dive into this thing.
When I come in here and study body systems or just muscles and bones, and I want to make sure that I can remember something, you're able to touch each individual muscle or bone and it'll tell you exactly what it is. Even the small muscles in your face, the bones in your ear, it'll tell you everything.
Now, a lot of medical schools right now are going away from actual human dissections, and they're going to this. And they're saving the actual human specimens for the surgical residents for doing surgeries.
And with our two large, very large screens, nobody misses a thing.
In all of these humans, they did the dissection, but then of that were thousands of other pictures and prints that came as a result of each one. And so we're able to see on them way more than I've been able to see in all of my prior dissection labs. As we've looked around the state, I realized that there's only 3 schools in the entire state that have this at the undergrad level. We know that Medtronic and we know that 3M have this technology, which gives me quite a bit of peace, because that means some of our graduates will be very employable. I have 55 students in my class. Every single one of them has been logging in an incredible amount of hours in the lab, and they're learning more than I think any class has ever learned before. And once we've trained them in on how to use the machine, and actually we have a group of prospective students and students over there that are working with the machine right now, once they're trained in, then they are free to come in here 24 hours a day. If this was an actual cadaver lab with actual human specimens, they could only be at the table when the professor's standing there. To me, our lab is a learning place, but I've noticed over the years that in the lab, our faith actually grows, which is, you wouldn't think faith would grow in a yucky place where you see human specimens, but we see the magnificence of God's creation here more than pretty much any other place on campus. And we find that to be quite an honor.